Can you guys talk? What did you learn yesterday? Anyone?
Yeah, we have learned about starting from namespace. So how to create a namespace and how we can check the once we deploy how to check all together with the namespace instead of default.
Okay.
And we have learned about multiple commands like create namespace, get pods on the particular namespace, and get deployment on the particular namespace. So, and we have learned about how to deploy each two different applications. One is Nginx and one is Apache.
Mm-hmm.
So using Ingress controller and Ingress YAMLs.
Yeah, total about the ingress controller flow.
Yeah, true. Yeah, and even we have started Helm yesterday. So I think it's the basics of Helm we have started. Why do you use Helm, and why we need?
Yeah.
So
And then one more.
yeah, how folder structure.
So my objective here now, I'll take one one internet, one code only. We'll take from scratch Python code. Right now you did a basic simple thing, right? We'll go little complex on the Docker file writing, more interview related topics on the Docker related, total end-to-end flow now. So my objective now, writing from Docker file, we don't have a separate developers here. We will take internet to Java code only, whatever available code, right? We will take that code. We will deploy that code here. Let's see. So my objective here is deploy Python application into KTS. Okay. What questions do you ask? If one developer came to you. So what questions do you ask him back? Please,
So first thing,
everyone has
which
to talk.
AWS?
Please, guys.
Yeah, first is which AWS account.
Yeah, you got AWS account. You got a cluster also, and
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Then if there any specific port numbers.
yeah. Port number, yes. So let me take that code. If in the internet some code is there, yeah. I was checking yesterday this code. Okay, this is the code they'll give as a now. At least you should have this knowledge. Okay, at least or this will be this info will be told by developer only for us. Let's go here. This is where the source code will be there. And then like this app.py
Yeah,
application will run on this port number 8080.
understand. Then we'll write a deployment YAML.
Yeah, you have to write a deployment YAML. Awesome.
Yeah,
And
then we have to write a service YAML. Then we have to write a ingress YAML.
yeah, and then you should ask him if this need to
Yeah,
be exposed outside. Do you want to access this one outside?
understand. It's internal or external.
Yeah, yeah. Now you see, right? These YAMLs do you deploy on Helm chart?
Helm chart.
We'll go with Helm chart, right? Let's go with the Helm chart only. I'll take Helm chart. So Helm chart folder structure. First, let's say, for example, this is a Python Flask. I'll say application name, folder name Python Flask. Inside, you will have a file, right?
Chart.yaml.
One more.
Values.yaml.
One more
Then
folder is
templates.
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 Here, all these YAMLs will go inside this.
Yeah.
All these YAMLs will be here. This is the folder structure. My Helm folder structure. Helm is dead easy compared to the YAMLs. So if you get any error right in the YAML, we individual YAML, right? If you write individual Kubernetes YAML, if you get anywhere error, right, very difficult to find. Like you have to use YAML lint outside and all. Here, right, Helm will tell you. You have to run one command, a simple command like this: Helm lint. Use this command. It will tell you very clearly. Just 10 minutes. Yeah. This will tell you like You know, right? This command. Terraform validate command is there, right? In Terraform validate, it will check the syntax thing, right? Whether
Right.
which line something. Same command. Helm lint will tell you have to give the folder name or Helm chart name. This folder name nothing but Helm chart name. Okay. If you give like this is to check syntax. It will tell you whether if there is an error, it will tell you very clearly. In this line, there is an error. If you write individual YAML, right, that is very difficult to check. Good. Now, we identified that we will be deploying with Helm chart. Good. Now, some more questions to you. What questions do you ask them? Developer came to you.
If it is external, then if there is any domain, any domain name we have to.
Yeah, domain name also you can ask them. Yes, that is true. Which domain name do you want to go? Because they are the one, right, who came with the requirement. Your job is to Kubernetes, writing the MLs, maintain deployment. That is what your job.
Yeah. So if it is Dockerfile is ready, then the image is ready, then we can go with the image, or otherwise we have to write a Dockerfile and we have to create an image with this code.
Yeah, very good. Right? Think that there is no Docker file, for example. In the
Yeah.
company,
Yeah.
for example, like if it is existing projects, right? Somewhere one of the person will be using the Docker file. You can ask them, do we have a reference of the Docker file to deploy a Python code? We will not allow bring whatever available in the internet. No. In the companies, they'll follow every company. Some companies, they'll have their own standards. You have to follow that only. So you can ask them. You can ask your teammate also. This is what your job. Do we have a reference of Docker files to deploy into the Python? That is what, even if I go to any project, I'll ask them. Because in my company, right, we don't allow from internet whatever the code. We already will have a golden images. You need to use those golden images only. If you bring from internet, right, like if you ask the question, that's where the maturity you have. That's what I mean. Yeah. This is what the beauty. You can ask them reference already. That is the one you can ask. If not, go from the scratch, I can say. Then you need to make good practices when you're writing a Docker file. That is the one. Next.
Yeah. We have to build we have to build an image.
Yeah, build
and we have to ask repo details, which is ECR or it's a public, whatever it is.
Obviously in the cloud, we'll go with the ECR. That's
Yeah.
if
And
you
then
are in the
need
cloud, right? If they say outside, don't allow them. Don't put into outside. Developer usually habituation is they'll follow some kind of, if it is a new people and all right, they'll follow YouTube video, they'll say that Docker up. No. If you are in the cloud, ECR, you have to strict. That is what your job.
then ECR authentication, if there is,
Yeah.
we don't have.
You logged
Yeah,
in,
if they have.
you logged in,
Yeah.
you push the image also next.
Yeah.
But
Then we have.
very important is there any dependencies for this application? From this application, this is very important, you should know. From the application, what are the components you are calling? From the application, right? What are the components you are calling? From the Java, from the Python code, are you calling any RDS? From Python code, are you calling any S3? From Python code, you are calling any cache? From Python code, are you calling some SQS? Something like as these are all both same. SQS are both same.
So what about external, what we call APIs, if
Yeah.
they call in outside?
Yeah, any APIs? Exactly, APIs. From Python, you are calling what are the dependencies? Dependencies you need. This is the question you should ask the developer. If he says nothing, then go ahead. You don't need to create any dependencies, right? This and all you don't need. If they say some dependencies, you have to create those dependencies also. Then you should ask is, can I use the existing RDS? Because in the companies already there will be RDS will be there, right? If it is a new project, yes, you have to start all this from scratch. That's why. This is at least basic questions you should ask. What are the dependencies you need from your code you are calling? You should please next time if I start any application, you should be ready asking these questions. Because we are bringing one application which will have this kind of functionality. For now, I'm introducing a plain vanilla, which doesn't have dependencies. Once we familiarize, next time onwards, we should ask it. I'll note down somewhere. In the code, we will make somewhere configuration. I'm not writing in the live the code. I'll bring the existing code. This is where I'm writing it. This is where I'm calling the objective. You have to, I'll show you that. Okay. You should have this question at least. Any thoughts on this? Cool. Now let me go to this project. I'll bring this project as it is into my local. Let's click on this.
Sir, can we ask you a question as well, like which family type is needed? How much of the code
Yeah,
capacity you have?
family type, no,
And
because it's everything on the worker, right? You can ask these questions. Other question, that's very good. You can ask resources. How much resources? CPU.
memory, okay.
Yeah, this you can ask. Family type, majorly that is because you have worker node, right? Already you have
Yeah.
this family type. If that's you can ask it. If it is, let's say, for example, ML algorithm, right? ML code, machine learning code, and all that, you cannot run on some kind of family type. You need a specific node type only for that machine learning code and all that. Yeah, that you can ask it. One of the question you can ask the family type also. That's good. That. But in the Kubernetes, already you have the specific lack of nodes, right? Already you brought that nodes, but you can ask these, ask the question and then ask this followed by how much resources you need.
Okay.
Now, let me, so I'm going to the internet. I'm bringing this code as is. Here is this lab, yeah, code. So I'm taking this code as is into the local. Here, let me create a, I'll do in my local, right? That code I'll bring from, code is available in where right now? It is in the GitHub. From GitHub, I'll bring the code into my local existing project. There is a command to get the existing project into local, git to clone. Existing project into my local. I'm bringing this code and then open this folder. I think did we open? Let me open that folder. Let's open one more code VS code. Let's code. Yeah. So by seeing this file, you can come to know which technology they are using.
Docker technology.
Docker, right? You see here.
Content, yeah.
So this is what your job. You have to write the Docker file. You have to write the Docker file. It's not required. Label. You can give our mail ID also, not a problem. Let's see. You can say like this, Pengi demo something. Now, in this, right, something we will share, something developer will share. In this code, right, something your job, something developer job. You have to tell that. Yeah. Who own which thing here? Here SRC, right? SRC nothing but source code. Source code. Docker
But
file.
the SRC will tell by developer.
Okay. Docker file is if anything wrong goes Docker file, right? That is what your job. You have to fix this Docker file. Now, Python version there, you have to ask this also, Python thing also. Here you see, right? This is what is called in the Docker file. What is this is called?
Base image.
This is called base image. This is the Yeah. What is the base image here?
Python
In
3.1
previously for Apache, what is the base image we were using for Apache?
HTTPD.
HTTP.
Now this is not the HTTP cannot run. Python code HTTP cannot run. Now I'm taking this one Python, and then again inside that Alpine. This thing one more tag. Maybe just like who is working on this Docker file something. Here what they're doing, copy. Whenever you build Docker image, total all these files, they're copying inside to which folder?
App.
Apps folder.
Yeah. Inside the image, inside the container, this directory will get created. Now where the code is copied, you can specify like this also if you want. You can specify. I want to copy it to the /opt also can. Let's change that. /opt. Sometimes what will happen? /opt will be owned by the root user, right? So sometimes you may get permission issues. Let's go. Let's change the OPT. We will see OPT next. So work directory nothing but when you go inside a container, right? This will be your PWD. This is your present directory. Here what they're doing? Copy all the source code. Here, the current work directory. What is the prerequisite for Tomcat? You want to run the Tomcat? What is the prerequisite you need? You remember long days. Java. Java. For Apache, you don't need any prerequisite. You want to run WordPress? What is the prerequisite to WordPress?
Apache.
Apache and one more.
Nginx.
PHP.
PHP. Oh,
PHP, right? If you want to run the WordPress, you need a PHP. Same way, which language we have taken now? Which language code?
Python.
Python.
Python, right? Already they installed here Python. Already Python they installed here. Because you are taking which image here? Base image. Python. So already Python will be there. You no need to install extra. If you take one more example where nothing will be there, we will build from this scratch. But right now, already Python is there. But see where one command is there. What are you doing here? Why we use run? Why we use run Docker file?
To run the Linux command.
To run any Linux commands right here. Now, what is the Linux command they are running here?
EAP.
PAP, right? So this is one of the Linux command. I'll tell you pip equal to m. M will install specific Linux command. Pip will install Python dependencies. Python dependencies. Like m install Apache, right? You can do pip install some kind of dependencies. Here, what is the file they are passing input here?
Requirements.txt.
Can you see somewhere in the left side? Is there any
Yes,
requirement
yeah.
text?
Below readme.
Okay, here is the question. Where this command will run? Where 10th line command, where it will run? When it will run?
The OPT.
The
OPT folder. Current one.
Yeah. When it will run? 10th line, when it will run? When you build a Docker image, right? When you build a Docker image, the pip will run. The pip command will get executed. And then this command will get executed. Requirement.txt. So what I mean was, I'll tell you, you know already the story. Let's say, for example, m install httpd wget telnet nc. You can do like multiple commands also. Other way around, right? For example, you can keep all this in a file. For example, okay, I'm giving for example. You can specify like this wget telnet. I wanted nc specific version. I can specify a install specific version. wget install specific like 2.0. You can specify like this. I wanted only 2.4. Then you can give like this m install requirement.txt. You can give like this also. You will specify whatever needed softwares instead of command line. Specify in a file. Give that file as a input. Instead of m, right? What is the one will take a file? Pip. In the requirement.txt, whatever needed softwares we will specify for Python. Same way, let's open this file. What is the one they mentioned in the requirement.txt here?
Flask.
Flask.
So to run the Java code, which software we took long back? Tomcat.
Tomcat.
To run the PHP code, which software do you took to run the PHP code? Apache
Code
only,
press.
right?
Apache.
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 Same way, to run the Python code, people will use Flask. Flask is the one equal to Apache, you can think. Let me put it here. Here, what are they installing? Installing Flask. Flask equal to, you can think Apache. So one kind of Apache server here. So they're installing the Apache Flask here. Then 8080 because developer told here in the app.py, this developer job. But your job is to write this file. So exposing the port number. Now you see, right? This is what the beauty. So whenever this image I will build, during the build time, all they will run. All these will run. All this. Whenever I run a container, right? These three will run. These three internally. Now, entry point and then CMD. Both they are using. How this command will, can you tell me the command for Apache to start? Apache to start?
Bin
System
slash
secret.
bin.
No, to start Apache. System
System CTL.
Start.
Not
start.
Dot
Um,
HTTP.
HTTP.
Same way here they are mentioning this combination. I'll show you here. This is what here. Here they are passing this command. System CTL start. Here you can pass that HTTPD. Whenever this container start, right, the full command will come like this. So tell me, who is appending to whom?
Entry point appending to CMD.
So
CM. Yeah.
entry point plus
CMD.
CMD, right? Something like this. Now I can, in this, right, I can change one guy, but I cannot change one guy.
Yeah, CMD we can change entry point.
CMD we can change, right? Here I can start what? Nginx also.
Engineering.
I can start, like, for example, I want to start Docker also.
Docker.
I can do like this. So you should know that one guy can change. This can be changed. This will get what? Appended.
Append.
Something I wanted to pass here. We cannot change. Okay, cool. Now you guys tell me with this how the command will come. With this how the command will come. Full command tell me by taking other example, above example.
Python.
At the end how you command Python.
Python space src space src.
This is how
Yeah,
the full
that will-
command will executed.
Yeah.
This. Who will write this file?
Developer.
Developer.
So you are executing this complete file. src app.py. In this file, they have written the code. How to start? Flask. So like Apache, you started, right? System CTL and all. For Flask, there is no system CTL something. If you run the code, automatically Flask will start. There is no, for Flask, right? There is no m install Flask. There is no system CTL. Flask code, how to start the Flask code and which port number, everything developer has written the code. Your job is to start the Python code. How to run the Python code? This is how. If you run the Python code, in this they have written the how to start the Flask, and then in which file they have defined to install the dependencies.
Requirement.
Python dependencies.
Requirement.txt.
Yeah, this is what you know. Please If you are working in the Python applications, it's not Python, it's not here. Everywhere, developers' good standard practice is to requirement.txt. Here, Python dependencies will come. Okay, so good. Everything is ready. So here, in this, right, where are you starting up Python here? Where are you starting Flask in all these lines?
Entry point.
CM.
Both the combination. No, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
want to
entry
go with
point.
the entry point. I don't want to go with the entry point. Then you can specify like this here only. You can specify like this. You can specify like this also. Python, something comma like this also you can specify. You can specify. There is a command you can specify here only. Then you can comment out this line. Or I want to go only with the entry point also you can go. It's up to the people. Now they took the both the combinations. It's up to the people. You can use any one also. One of the interview question they'll ask you difference between entry point and the CMD. To entry point, right? If you pass anything, it will get append. It will get append to entry point. For CMD, if you pass anything, it will get override. We'll take some more examples. Get these keywords now. So here only we are starting with the both the combination CMD plus. Let's put it like this. Entry point plus CMD combination. We are starting Python app.py. Inside, what is the server is there? Flask. This is. Any thoughts you want to ask on this? Cool. Let me bring this code as is. I'll put this code in our. I'll give this code also to you guys. Already I had given the link, but I'll give this explanation file also. Cool. So I need to bring this total code into. Where is this code right now? Where is the code right now?
GitHub.
No, right now, whatever the modified, right? Where is that code?
Local.
I have modified in the local, right?
Yes.
But can we build it from our local? Yes, you can build, but that's not the good practice. So let me keep a one file. I'll keep a one file. Yeah. Readme is there? No. I'll write a one file here. Readme dot text. Okay. We have written code in local. For example, code in the sense Python plus Docker file, dependencies, all this. Now, if you want to test in the local also, you can test. We can test in local also. What is the tool you needed to test local this code?
Need Python. Starting.
Why do you need Python? Python is there inside a base image, right?
Oh, got it. The Flask dependencies.
Sorry? You need one tool. If you understood total class, right, you need one tool to test this thing.
Docker.
Exactly. You need a tool called Docker. Mostly, what is the tool? Docker
Desktop.
desktop. So let me see. First, go to the. I'll go to the Git bash. Let's see. Only right ls. I'll go insert this folder ls. Docker build fnt demo dot. Cool. What is the error? What is the error? It says. Let's see. Docker. Oh, correct, no? Oh, build. Okay, build. What it is saying? Docker kind must be running. Elevated privileges. Something permissions need to be done. The system cannot be specified. Let's start the Docker. In my local, Docker may be stopped. Let's start the Docker. Docker desktop. Let's start it. I think it is saying that maybe. I'm thinking that Docker got stopped. Let's see. Unable to detect hypervisor. Oh, something I need to change. Our guy was telling it. Okay, let's take this. I'll solve this issue. Okay. In your Windows, somewhere we need to change some property. One person was telling us for us this to be fixed. Okay. In my laptop, right, there is a issue. Currently, this is the problem. Docker has been stopped. Okay. Cool. So right now, let's go with this checklist only. So I'll fix it. This we need to fix. If you guys done, you could have tested. No, I don't have an option now. I need to do Docker build Docker kind of commands. Where is that? No, I need to test. I need to build push image to ECR. You know our architecture, right? Already. You have to tell me that according to our architecture. Guys, you know already. We were building somewhere, right? We have one server. We were building from that server, everything.
Automation server.
Automation server
Exactly. Now, where is the code?
in local.
Now I need to bring this code from my laptop to
Automation.
bring the code from local to automation server. So there are many files are there. I cannot copy paste them. I'll copy from local. Okay. I'll use a command called scp. scp. You remember where we were building this thing, right? We were building in a folder, now one folder specifically. The automation server, if you remember one place, OPT
Workspace.
workspace. Here I will bring this code. I'll copy to SAP to workspace. Now, next, let's bring the code as well, one by one step. Let's bring this code. Here is the code. Instead of this, all the files, right? I'll bring this total folder only. I'll bring this total. Let's go back. The command is this is the command SSH, right? Instead of SSH, put SCP. SCP, you have to give that folder. Controller SSH. I am copying the total code from my local to automation server. This is the one. After PEM file, give this folder name. You are copying file or folder now?
Folder.
D, right? You see, right? D for directory. When you copying a directory, right? After controller SSH. Instead of SSH, SCP. If you're copying a folder, right, you need to mention -R. R. When you're copying a total folder. After PEM file, give this folder name. Space. At the end, you need to mention that folder. OPT workspace. This is the command we are using to copy to automation server. Let's copy. What it says. Python fail to upload. Why? Oh, remote wrong space. Huh? This is correct. It says that the remote folder is not found. Let me controller SSH CD OPT workspace. This is correct only, no? Workspace. Let me do paste. Keep in the double quote once. Remote, no such file or directory. Remote, SCP. Let me copy to temp once. Temp. SCP-R-I. That only. Task.com. What? Oh, acha. I could have put slash. Let's copy again. Put slash. Let's see. Remove the quotes. What man? Oh, maybe permission issue. Okay, that's okay. I copy to which folder? It is working for which folder now? Slash temp. It could have worked for same. Permission issue, maybe I'm thinking, but permission issue will get an error. Permission denied error. It copied to temp. Let me copy to my home directory. Then we can see slash home EC2 user slash. Because you are copying with EC2 user, right? Slash OPT sometimes will be owned by the root user. So that's where the permission issue will be there. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe. Permission issue would be. Cool. Cool. So I have copied to temp folder. We will copy from temp to OPT. That we will do. So let me change the command. Here, 2 steps. So copy to slash TMP. Now let's go to the inside the server. Here, I'll switch to root user. Where is the code? Slash temp. Yeah, this is the file. Now temp to I will not do in the temp Docker build and all. We will do specifically in the workspace only. Let's move this folder. Move to which folder? Slash OPT
Workspace.
workspace. Now move means cut and paste. Here nothing is there. Where is my code now? OPT.
Workspace folder.
Here is the folder. This is the code. So what did we do now? We brought the code from where to where?
We brought from temp.
Local to
Temp.
automation
temp to-
server. Why why we need the code in the automation server? We will do Docker build, Docker related, all those from the automation server only. Go inside. Inside here. Now tell me. Please tell me the commands. This is code is ready now. We brought the code. Next, what is the task?
We need to build the image.
Build the image.
Image.
And we can test, but let's test in the KTest only directly. Don't use the Docker also to test. Into the image, push image. Docker.
Build.
Before you need a one guy, right? You need a repository, no? The repository, Docker build. Let's see the image format. Docker images. You need to make in this format only. When you are building, right, you need to make very important. Let's say Python hyphen Flask :1. You have to build with this format only. Docker build -t. Somewhere what space at the end, space dot. Cool. So image done. Next. Image is in build.
Push the image to here.
Yeah. So building, right, it is like log into ECR and push the image. Controller AWS ECR login. This is the command to login. This will change according to your thing, your account ID. Done. Next, push, remove this tag, remove at the end dot also. This register should be there. Let's see whether will it play it on the fly. Let's see. This is the command. Push. Think it's failing. Let's log into AWS console. We'll create a repository. Just a minute. You can create the command line also with the Terraform also. I'll create from the GUI. Yes. Not you. So yeah, it failed. I think it failed. Didn't push. Why? Because the registry is there. Let's go to the ECR. So you have to create the registry with this naming convention only. Whatever name you are pushing, right, with this naming convention only. There. Now let's push back. Yes. Image is here. One image. Next. You guys were telling now. Let's go to that checklist. Write a Docker file, build image. These are some prerequisite. Right now, this doesn't have any dependencies. Next, what is pending?
You have built the image and you need to run that image.
Till now, right? Whatever the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is called CI. CI, continuous integration. Writing the code, building image, pushing the image, write the code, build image. Let's see the tool is called CI, continuous integration. Next, which is pending? Deployment. That is called CD, continuous delivery. This is pending. Where are we deploying?
KTS.
Let me bring these steps here. I'll keep it here as well in the note. At the end, I'll copy. Where are we deploying?
KTS.
KTest. In the KTest, how are we deploying?
By using Helm.
Helm,
Okay.
Helm charts. See how, please observe here. I'm going to create here Helm chart. You no need to write any code here. Observe here. Here. No need to write any manually. This is how you have to do. Helm, create. Let's put the same name. Task F1. Is F1 chart. Help create. One folder got created here. Folder. One folder. I could have shown in my local. In my local, I have not installed Helm command. So that's why I'm doing here. Now, you know folder structure, right? Helm folder structure. Can you guys tell me Helm folder structure?
Yeah, values.ml,
Templates.
templates.
In the templates, you will have your deployment. Python. Here. Go to the templates folder. Here. You know one file.
Yeah, deployment.
Deployment ML, right? What I'll
Yes.
do for now, right? I'll bring our own deployment file. I'll delete this deployment file. I'll bring our own deployment file. Let's remove rmfnf. I'll remove this service also. We'll make our own ML. One more thing. Let's remove. We will bring our own deployment ML. Bring this deployment ML. Please, you have to tell me what will be changing here.
Okay.
What will get changed? I'll go to my code, Python code. Here. Let me create one folder separately here. KTest. Deployment.ml. In this, what will get changed?
Okay, image name should be changed.
So you should go to this image name, select this guy. Somewhere you will have this copy URI. Which port number? Developer told.
8080.
80.
and change these names. Nginx to, let's keep it the keyword called
Python.
and we will deploy this in a specific namespace called Python Flask. We will deploy this into another namespace. Yes, deployment is ready. Next, what is pending? One more.
Service.
Service.
Is service equal to cluster IP or load balancer?
Cluster IP.
Because we have a one guy, right? Ingress.
Ingress. Yeah.
Here you have to change 80. Leave the service port. Don't change service port. Change only the container port only. Next. Just that. Here let's change from
Python.
Python.
here. Let it be the, see the service port
Port
number.
number.
No. This is the service port number. This.
Oh.
This is your container port number. This is whatever you are saying, right? This is your service port number. This is correct only. Good. Now bring these YAMLs. I will not deploy these YAMLs individually. I'll copy these YAMLs into Helm chart. Prepared in my local. Right. I'm inside the Helm chart folder. Templates. Here I'll create an individual. Deploy dot. One more.
Service. Ingress.
We'll create a separate namespace. After that, we will deploy. You can go with any name, it doesn't matter. Kind should be. It should be YAML. You can make any naming convention also. Okay? Good. So we are good. Helm chart is ready. Go back. Go back here. Go back little backside to the top folder, wherever the chart was there, right? Yes. You remember I was telling na this Helm chart syntax correct or not? How do you check? There is a command called Helm lint. This is the command. To check syntax are there correct or not. I'm checking first. Where it's saying icon is recommended. That's okay. It's a info, but everything good. 0 failed, all are good. Something they failed. Something success. Let's go to the chart.ml. Says running only. Running only. No chart. Nothing good. This is success. We are good now. Now, how do you deploy? I want to deploy into specific namespace. Let's create a namespace. Physical create Python Flask. So deployment. Let me go to that notepad. readme.md. What is the tool we are using to deploy?
Helm.
Here, create a chart.
Helm.
Second, update the YAMLs in which folder? Templates.
Templates.
Check the text.
Syntax.
Deploy.
Create a namespace and deploy.
Namespace. This is the command Helm upgrade. You have to give the --- install chart name, folder name. This is the syntax. Okay. With that, right? Let's get the folder name. Helm upgrade --- install. I'll give the same name only, both folder name, chart name. Paste. Next is the folder name. Earlier, how I used to deploy? What is the command I used to deploy previously, yesterday?
Kubectl apply.
Now?
-f.
No.
Helm upgrade.
What is the Helm tool? Helm is the deployment tool to Kubernetes. 3 hyphens are there. Let's remember. This is the one. Oh God, I could have missed it. We need to deploy into another namespace, na?
Yes, yes, yeah.
FNN,
Names.
Python.
Flask at the end. Now, which namespace it could have deployed?
Default.
Default. Okay, that's okay. Let it be. Now it's been deployed here. This is how you will get the output. Check the pods are running or not. kubectl get pods.
FNN Python Flask.
Python
Pods are running. Next,
services.
service is there. Next,
Ingress.
let's uninstall in the default namespace one. Let's uninstall the default one. If you want to uninstall, right? Elm list. Elm uninstall. We'll remove all those objects, whatever deployed. Because load balancer will come here. Then install that. Let's wait for you. Here you should get one guy, right? You
IP address.
should get one thing. Right? What is this guy? Today morning we did a debug also, right? With the Lokesh. Here you should get one thing.
The URL.
The load balancer endpoint.
Yeah.
That should come. Let's describe it. Why it is not. Describe. Few minutes will leave. Python hyphen Flask. So it's coming. Let me uninstall because we did somewhere. What happened now? That ingress could have been come to the default. I'll uninstall here also. Simple command. Helm list. Same command. Helm uninstall -n Python hyphen Flask to uninstall Helm chart. Let's deploy it back. I'm thinking that could be the problem. Let's uninstall. Sorry, let's install back again. This is for uninstall. This is for install. Cool. Now check back again. Get ing. You will have a one thing called sync for sync. Here you will get an event. Did we deploy the correct ingress? Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You see here, there is a mistake, na? Here. Tell me what is the mistake here? Guys, you have to tell me that there is a mistake. That's why it didn't come the load balancer in the ingress. You see right here.
Class name and that name.
This name should be Nginx. I was replacing, right? I did a mistake here. That's it. Let's edit the YAML. We will deploy it back again there. ls go inside that. Which folder? Templates. Way ingress.yml. Set line number 6th here. Nginx. Now run again. Go back here. Let's run again that deployment. Same command Helm upgrade. You can do as many as times. Get ing. Now let's describe it also. Yes. Yeah, this is the keyword you should get it. Schedule for sync. This ingress class was Nginx. Correct. This is the mistake only morning also we had. Let's see. $get ing. Now I cannot test this directly. If I test right, this will go to other load balancer. When you want to test right, you should register this in the DNS. Instead of DNS, right, we are registering in our someplace now, if you remember. Where? In our class. Yes, where we were registering in our class. We are registering in one place now.
Route 53.
Yeah. Yes. We currently we are not using it. That's where I'm doing it hack thing. I'm updating in my host file to test. Otherwise, request will not go to the Python. Yes. You see, right? This is the website. They are telling that which pod the request also went to which pod. You see here one more. You see, right? How many pods we have?
2 parts.
So your request is going to, you see, right?
Yeah, one man.
Who is doing this load balancing?
Ingress control.
Service. What is this guy? What is this guy you are saying here?
It is a pod.
Pod, right?
Yes.
Can you access pod directly?
No.
If you want to access the pod, you need to go via.
Service.
So this
Service.
service is doing the load balancing internally. Yes, request will go via ingress controller, but ingress controller to ingress pod to again it will go to service.
Service.
Okay. Now let's scale back some more pod. Where can I update that?
Deployment table.
Can you tell me where is the folder? Go inside the Python.
Python plus and
Ls.
templates.
Let's again. PI.
Deployment.ml. Need to mention spec replicas.
Again, we need to come back from the chat for from the code only. You have Helm upgrade.
Okay.
Now, how many parts came?
4.
4 parts are running. Now you send a request. Observe that at the end, MC1.
Okay.
It is going to X to plus. Let's get this one. X. See, here only, you see right here.
Yeah.
MC, XX.
MC.
7,
MC third one.
MC again. We don't have control internally. That service will take care. Yes, service does internally the load balancing with the round robin only. That is the nature of service. Good. So now tell me, which language did we deploy?
Python.
From where this output is coming? Who wrote this output to come in such a way?
Developer.
Developer, right? Now let's go to here. Let's go to the code. Let's go to the code. We'll say little at least understand.
Search.
App.py. Yeah. Can you see somewhere? Host name something. You see one more file is there na here.
Yeah. Index.html.
Index.html is there. That
Go
to
to
the
that
code.
file.
In which folder index.html is there? Here. The code. You see here? The host name of the container is. Now I don't want to see here host name something. I want to replace here KTest. Which file I need to modify?
Index.html.
Index.html. Please take this code to do deployment with the commands. The commands also. I'll give these two commands what I have used on this commands. I will submit the file. I'll attach this. The other commands I have used. Back little. Go to this history. I was installing the only history of whatever I use, right? You can take these commands in your case example. Now tell me, what is the tool we use for deployment?
Helm chart.
Deployment nothing but what is that called?
CD.
What is the tool to make CI?
Docker.
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 Docker, right? Where is the ECR? Sorry, what is the tool to store images?
ECR.
Please, I would request you guys do this lab, do this task. I'll give the source code again here. Okay. We'll modify on top of little things, little extra things and all. The same code I'll be using for other examples. So that's where I brought it here. Should know the requirement or dependencies. Basic. Let's stop it for this. We can do that.